Good evening and welcome to Memphis Actors Talking About. My name is Mary Ann Washington and welcome to Black Butterfly Media TV. The Lion King, Disney's longest running Broadway show, is scheduled to leap up on the stage February 1st through March the 3rd at the Orpheum Theater. We're here live at the Orpheum Theater in downtown Memphis, Tennessee with Billy Kimbley, the head carpenter of Disney's The Lion King. Come join us inside as we take a look at the set, Pride Rock, and some of the puppetries at this highly anticipated stage production. The Lion King, visually stunning, technically astounding, and with a musical score like none other you've ever heard before. See the Tony Award-winning Broadway sensation that Newsweek calls a landmark event in entertainment. The New York Times says there is simply nothing else like it. Marvel at the breathtaking spectacle of animals brought to life by a cast of more than 40 actors. Today, we had an opportunity to climb the centerpiece of the Disney's Lion King, Pride Rock. Pride Rock is a magnificent rock that formulates and serves as the central location in the Lion King universe. Its most beautiful feature is a large rock platform that is used as a royal throne. On this platform, the Lion King of the Pride Land stands while the animals of his kingdom pay homage to him. And I'm here with Mr. Billy Kimbley with Disney's The Lion King. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good today. How are you doing?
I'm good. Welcome to Memphis.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
You was telling me earlier that you wanted to.
I wanted to throw a little shout out to Central Barbecue.
Central Barbecue.
I have to say that I've tried all the barbecue in town, and I'm going to say Central Barbecue is the place to go.
Oh, wow. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you so much.
On the success of The Lion King, I heard that it is one of the highest grossing Broadway show ever.
It is. We're super proud to be honored with that. It's a show that we think that audiences really enjoy and they keep coming and seeing time and time again.
Yes.
As long as people keep having children and families keep evolving, I think it's a show that people will bring their kids to because they came to see it when they were kids. And I think that makes it really kind of a special production.
So how long have you been a part of this production?
I've been with The Lion King for a little over 2.5 years now, and I've worked for Disney for about 5 years, and I'll say that I found no better place to work than here.
Oh, wow. Now, earlier today, you took us on stage, and we saw Pride Rock.
We did. So whenever we run Pride Rock during the show, it's run by our computer automated system. Our automation operators sit about 30 foot in the air on what we call a service truss here on stage right, and they run the rock for a computer system. When it's not being run by them, we have this, which kind of looks like an old-fashioned RC remote control car. We pull the trigger and gives it gas. Our rock weighs about 8,000 pounds, runs by 2 electric motors, one in the head, one in the tail. It drives itself anywhere that the track is on stage. So by giving it just a little power, we can drive it on stage. So the first thing we'll do here is bring it out. So this is Pride Rock. If I want to store Pride Rock, I just ask it to be a little smaller. Once it's in its storage position like this, Pride Rock is about 8 feet long. It's still 11 feet tall, but it takes up 1/3 of less space. It allows us to be able to put it in one wing of our stage and still be able to have dancers come on and off in the other 2 wings. It's just one of the neat tricks that we can do with Pride Rock when we have it in the backstage. We can also drive it onto a different set of tracks that allow us to drive it directly upstage and downstage instead of bringing it on stage. We have a downstage track and an upstage track. We can move it from one side of the stage to the other if we need to, and we can always throw it into the circle if we need to. If you come up stage real quick, I'm going to show you a little secret here on how we work. The track itself is just merely a guide that's cut in the floor. We have a large piece of steel that hangs down in the center of each section of the car, as we refer to them from Pride Rock, and that is what guides it on stage. Here at each one of the corners we have a little flipper. I like to refer to them as pinball flippers, but they're actually called gates. They'll swing open and closed, and those are driven pneumatically by our automation operators. So that will determine if the rock is going to go straight across stage or if it'll go into the circle. By manipulating the 4 gates, as we drive the rock around in the circle, we can determine to have it continue in the circle or come back off stage. And when we do have a small problem, sometimes the rock will go directly across the stage and over into the circle. So at that time, everybody on stage has to quickly get out of the way. And sort of it is what I like to refer to all the time as Disney's castle in The Lion King. Pride Rock represents home. It represents all of those things that a house represents to a family. It's that bonding point. It's that place that everyone sort of comes together at. And Pride Rock is that for the Lion Pride in The Lion King.
Why do you think so many people are so intrigued with this story of the Lion King? Because I remember taking my son to see this when he was very young, and he just fell in love with the story. What is it about the story that brings people back? And even today, I think it started in 1994. Even today, people are... It is.
We won our Tony Awards in 1998.
That's right.
We started the show in 1994 in Seattle. It's come a long way since then. But it's a story, I think, that started long before then and sort of works out in households around the country every day.
Yes, sir.
It's a little bit of a coming-of-age story. It's about learning to transition from being a child to being an adult in an adult's world, and how you have to do that sometimes not under the best of situations, and maybe not with all the guidance with both parents that you might want. And it can be tough on children, and this is a story that sort of I think it helps to ease that path, or at least show you a way to be able to handle that.
Now, you're the head carpenter.
I am.
And you did you construct the puppetry, or are you in charge of all the puppetries? And
yeah, so as the head carpenter, my job sort of entails overseeing the entire production of The Lion King technically, and moving it from one city to the next and setting it up. Now for that, I don't personally go out and set up all the puppets and keep them working each night, but there are a crew of people that I work with that are puppeteers that keep all of that going, just like electricians and sound people and prop people. There's many different crews that are involved in making a show like this sort of come together, and I sort of do my best to just kind of point everyone down the right path and make sure we all get there at the same time. But one of the big challenges for The Lion King as a tour is moving from city to city and setting up in each city. We hire extra crews when we get there. We hire about 65 people to help us for a week. We'll hire another 30 people that will help us run the show each and every night. And all of those crews have to be trained, and all of those crews have to be managed, and we sort of have to rely on them to pick it up and work as hard as we do to put the show on. It's a real sort of community effort that goes on. I like to tell everybody, for all of the performers you see on stage, there's going to be another 2 to 3 people backstage that you don't see that are here making this production work each night.
Absolutely. Well, that's what we do. But let me ask you something about, I know you said you're not in charge of the puppetry, but let me just add something about the giraffe and the animals.
Okay.
Can you tell me how many species of animals are represented on stage? Because I know that there was so many. This was a zoo.
It really is a zoo. It really is. We have 26 different species of animals out here that are represented in almost 200 different puppets.
Wow.
We have many performers that play multiple roles in the show.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how many actors do you have actually inside some of the puppets?
The biggest puppet that we have, of course, is Bertha, our elephant, and there are 4 puppeteers to be able to work Bertha. The smallest puppet that we have is a little over 4.5 inches long, and he stands about 2 inches tall, and that takes 2 performers to be able to work.
Can I ask you about the giraffe?
Sure.
Does the giraffe, I heard that the giraffe actually leaps over the stage or comes out into the audience so that his head can reach out into the audience?
We do. We have a giraffe that will come all the way out into the audience and could possibly eat something out of the people's laps in the front row.
So The Lion King, the musical, I mean, it won so many awards, just like you said, the Academy Awards, and it's such a great story. Thank you so much. And I hope you get your barbecue.
Well, thank you very much. Maybe we'll head there for dinner tonight.
Yeah. With a pulsing spectacle driven by criminal African rhythms, unforgettable tunes, and a jaw-dropping display of exotic African wildlife brought to life on stage, there are good reasons why The Lion King won a half-dozen Tony Awards in 1998. Intensely physical stage work and countless visual surprises hold your attention from start to finish. The Lion King, February 3rd through March the 1st at the Orpheum Theater. Thank you so much for tuning in to Memphis Actors Talking About. This is Black Butterfly Media TV. If you have enjoyed what you've seen, we encourage you to go to Facebook and like us on Facebook, Memphis Actors Talking About, and go to the Black Butterfly Media page and like us there. We also encourage you to become a sponsor for Black Butterfly Media. And also, if you are doing anything in the theater community, please send us an email. We would surely like to know what you're doing. Memphis Actors Talking About goes behind the scenes to bring you some of the best in Memphis theater. And please go see The Lion King, February 3rd through March the 1st at the Orpheum Theater. Until next time, bye-bye.